definitely meant to get on here sooner, but we were out catching fireflies tonight. So, with that being said, um, here we are, and I want to talk to you about your Q4. If you have a home care business, that's good. Hi. Sure there. All right. So, for those of you who are joining me for the first time, my name is Sean, aka the Zappy Business Chick, and we go over all things home care, home health care, starting and growing your home care business. And so, my Monday evening class is actually over. So I think I'm going to start doing a regular Monday night live, at least during the summertime. I'm going to definitely announce it better. But if you are an aspiring home care business owner, give me the number 1. And if you are an emerging home care business owner, give me number 2. Aspiring means that you are wanting to be licensed, not quite yet licensed. Show my comments. Wanting to be licensed, not quite yet licensed. And emerging means that you're already licensed, looking to grow your business. And this is definitely going to help you if you are already licensed and looking to grow your business. Let me kind of pull up over here. It's going to be great for you. I'm meant to join that. Okay. Just going to get this together. Oops, sorry. Trying to pull up on multiple platforms. Okay. So again, let me know where you're watching me from. And we're going to get ready to begin. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull this up. Okay, here we go. For some reason, I can't see the comments on YouTube. I'm not sure if you guys are responding. Okay, good. Okay, all right. I want to make sure because I didn't change up some things. All right, great. So today is June the 23rd, and I want to talk to you guys about, hey Florida, hey Anika, I want to talk to you about a couple of things about getting yourself ready. Let's do an evaluation of quarter 2. So quarter 1, January, February, March, quarter 2, April, May, June. So we're literally at the end of Q2. And there are some things, if you're an existing home care agency, you should be pretty solid with. And if not, I want to address some of those things tonight. Okay, so we're closing out quarter 2. And depending on how many years you have been in business as a home care or home health care agency, you should be able to determine if you're being stagnant or if you are having a good growth spurt or if you're ready to scale. So you're in 3 different categories. You're either stagnant for whatever reason. I can write down a couple of things why I think you might be stagnant. You're having a growth spurt, which could be really good, but also it could also share a little some areas where you need some improvement. And then you could be in where you're ready to scale. See you tomorrow. So if you are an existing business owner, meaning you're already licensed as a home care agency, do you know which stage you're in? Let me go explain it. A stagnant home care or home health care business owner is licensed, right? We're talking to people who is licensed. Uh-oh, my daughter's up. What happened? And she wants to be in. What happened? Huh? You had a bad dream already? Okay. You want to stay here with me? Okay. You're going to have to stay here with me during this live. Okay. You want to go get your blanket and come back? Okay, go get your blanket and come back. Get your blanket and come back. Yes. We'll do the live together. That's funny because my night assistant just literally left. I was like, great, perfect timing. But but it is what it is. We as mompreneurs, we get things done, right? This could or dadpreneurs, so no offense, dad. Okay, so stagnant means you're existing home care business owner, and maybe you spent a lot of time in credentialing. I know a lot of people who first start out their first year, they spend a lot of time in credentialing, right? They want to get all of their Medicaid, they want to get Medicare Advantage, they want to get their private insurance, but they want to get as many payers as possible. And by doing that, we ready? By doing that, she left. Yeah. By doing that, they don't come on. You don't have to have a bad dream, but mommy's gonna mommy's gonna talk to her friends, okay? Okay. All right, here's your blanket. Because you can't sleep over there with the other desk, okay? All right. Relax, girl. I have to be able to see it. Turn this way because you're not going to play on the computer. All right. If you're stagnant, from my observation, from me surveying, polling, talking to, mentoring, hundreds of home care business owners. Are you going to close your eyes? Or are you going to? Okay. All right. Home care business owners, because you got to go to camp tomorrow, and I want you to be asleep. I want you to be tired. On the progress of their business in the first year or year and a half, a lot of them spend a lot of time on credentialing. And because they're spending their time on credentialing, guess what they don't do? They don't do any marketing. They don't do any networking. They don't do any relationship building. And so then they get credentialed, they get approved, and now they're stagnant. They don't know what to do. And it's a really frustrating stage if you're a business owner to be in that stagnant stage, because some people feel like giving up and some people feel like they don't know what to do next. And then some people are out of money, right? Their resources have dried up. And so they're faced with many challenges, and the stagnation continues to persist because they don't know what to do next. And I do have a way to get out of the stagnation. Let me look at some of these comments on thank you so much for the gifts. I didn't see it on TikTok. Okay, great. All right. All right, so next is growth phase. So if an agency, an existing home care business agency has hit a growth phase, then what is happening during the growth phase is that they are seeing the results, the fruit of their labor. They're seeing um, uh, they're seeing leads come in and turn into clients, right? So they're seeing leads come in and convert and turn into clients. They're finding it easier to talk to people about their business. They're getting, their numbers are going up, their billable hours are going up, their revenue is going up. They're essentially having a growth spurt, right? And being a mom, one of the ways I can kind of also give an example is that when my son or my daughter was, younger in an infant stage, hey, Coach E, in an infant stage, right? They started, drinking a lot more milk. They started feeding more when they were going through a growth stage. So when your home care business is going through a growth stage, thank you so much for the gift of Beth. Did I give you everything that you needed? Let me know. Going through a growth stage, then you are going to feel kind of happy, feel blessed, and then you also have to really make sure that you are managing things correctly. You're finishing up, doing your payroll on time. You want to make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, because during the growth stage, you can also forget some important things because it's such a blissful time when a home care agency is going through a growth spurt. Am I talking too loud? Okay, sorry. Okay. Are you ready to go back in your bed or your phone? Okay. I love you. Okay. All right. So then now, a lot of people, let me bring this closer. Some people are not really sure what a scaling stage looks like. We'll talk about that in a second, Caitlin. Hi, Indiana. I'm not really sure what a scaling stage looks like. Some people who are going through a growth stage in their home care business would say, hey, Sean, yep, so I'm over here scaling. And I would say, why would you say you're scaling? Oh, because, I've got a lot of clients this year, right? And for me, you getting a lot of clients this year means you're in a growth stage, not a scalable stage. And Kayla on YouTube just asked an important question. What system should be in place? An agency, a home care agency that is scaling has proven systems in place. If you guys are following me, type that in the comments. Proven systems in place. Proven systems in place. A home care agency that is scalable, that is scaling, has proven systems in place. Right? So here you are, you're a existing home care business. Now, if you are an aspiring home care business owner, you can listen up, but you're not there yet to participate all the way, right? So remember, we're talking about what really happened in Q2, quarter two. What really happened in your home care business in quarter two, in April, May, and June. Now, if you're already licensed, this is not the time to be unsure. You should be moving in your business like you know what you're doing. You should be moving systematically. At either stage, at that stagnation stage, at that growth stage, at that scalable stage, you should be moving in a certain way. Why? Because you're already licensed. So even at the stagnation stage, an existing home care business owner chooses to focus on credentialing. He or she chooses to focus on credentialing. And that could be their current goals, right? That could be their current goals. Thank you so much. But someone that's growing, their current goals are to continue to grow and to get to a certain number. So certain number of billable hours, certain number of billable hours or clients. Someone that is scaling, a home care agent that is scaling, is going to ensure that all of the systems are working with a certain flow. Sorry, because my daughter's here now. I'm not thinking as fast, right? So here is what I believe you should already have at this point if you are an existing home care agency. Number one, you should have a reliable referral pipeline. Can somebody put that in the chat? Because I'm not sure if it's a delay. You should have a reliable referral pipeline. So that is both a system and it is something that you should have in place. If you're an existing agency and you're closing out of quarter two, you should have a reliable referral pipeline. Now, is anyone not familiar with that term, referral pipeline? If you're not familiar with that term, give me the number one. If you are familiar with that term, give me the number two. A reliable referral pipeline. Okay. All right. So you're familiar with that term, Ashley? Okay. You're familiar with that term? Okay. All right. Anika says she's not. Okay. All right. So for those of you who are on TikTok, are you existing business owners? I think we kind of read them. Are you an existing business owner? Because if you're an existing business owner and you're not familiar with your reliable referral pipeline, then this is the time of the year to do a check on what that means. Who are your reliable sources? Who are your reliable sources of business? Okay, you are familiar with the term. Did I mix my numbers up? Was two supposed to be you're familiar and one is that you're not familiar? Did I mix it up? Okay. So just for okay, please forgive me. She's actually falling asleep. Okay. All right. So without going into detail with all of the different referral sources that a home care business can have, right? With all the home care business can have, you need to know who is your consistent referral source. So a lot of us are familiar with case managers, right? So I'll just put one out that's very familiar, right? So, but guess what? There are case managers in so many different places. There are case managers at hospitals. There's case managers in the community setting. There are case managers for different things, right? So do you have a reliable way that case manager from that facility or that organization has a way to refer clients to you? So a reliable referral pipeline would mean, number one, you know who that person is. You have a relationship with them. You have a consistent marketing strategy or process with them that is nurtured. And then there is a regular flow of referrals from that referral source. So if you have a reliable referral source, then you're not trying to get to know them. You know each other and you have established that they will refer people to you. And when they do refer people to you, you will do your best to get those clients the services they need, right? And in a timely fashion. So reliable is on both parts. You're relying on the referral source to regularly, consistently send you someone who could be interested in your services, and that they know, oh, I don't take Medicare, but I take Medicare Advantage. They even know how to properly screen them, right? They know, oh, I can send Ashley someone in this part of town because she serviced this part of town. It's reliable on both sides. So at this time of the year, you should have a reliable referral pipeline. Everybody got that so far? Okay. Next, I gotta move a little fast since I got a little person here. Your next thing that you should have at this time of the year, if you're an existing home care business owner, you should also have a clear way of how you recruit your workers. You should have a recruitment plan. Can you put recruitment plan in the comments? You should have a recruitment plan. You should have a recruitment plan. Okay. Now, without going into too much explanation, because we talk about recruitment in my home care Kickstarter program. I have an a la carte training on how to develop your operational system for recruitment. Some of you start out with wanting to hire a certain amount of people. You do that, and then you don't stay consistent. You don't stay consistent in hiring because you're scared on both parts. You're scared to hire someone and not have a job for them. And then you're scared that you're going to have a job for them and that you don't have enough people available. So essentially, you do knee-jerk responses to how you get your workers, and it's not laid out in a systematic way. You need to have a recruitment plan. Okay? You need to have a recruitment plan. Recruitment plan that says, this is the kind of worker I need. These are their characteristics. This is how we go about getting them. And this is how we're going to be building up our roster, our team, our worker base in this area. You need to have a plan, right? And depending on your age, of your home health care business, your recruitment plan should definitely be more solid, right? I'll give you an example. In my 4th year of business, right? Because my clients I had Well, let me just say, my 4th year business, we were doing about maybe 2.9 million, or a little over 3. I can't remember. I know we got stuck at 3 for a long time. We got stuck at 3, in the threes for a long time. With that being said, we had a good flow of clients, and we needed to make sure that we had reliable caregivers, actually nurses at that time, to work in for our clients. So I gave my staff a quota, right? So at the time, I had an HR manager, and then I had a young girl who functioned as our HR representative. So one representative or assistant. So one did a lot of the paperwork, right? Because in home care business, you're processing a lot of paperwork. I don't care if you use a software or not. You are processing a lot of paperwork, especially if you have a skilled home health care agency, because with the skilled home health care agency, it's a lot more credentials to check. You got to do license verifications, you got to check CPR, you got to check way more things, in addition to like the criminal background checks. So because we or me, the mentor, was aggressively marketing, I knew that new clients were coming in, were going to be coming in regularly. So I needed that roster to be able to pull from. So fast forward, I gave my HR department a quota. I need to have, say for example, 10. Thank you so much, Ashley. I need to have 10 new nurses. Again, I started out with nurses only every month. I gave them that quota, right? And by me giving them that quota, what happened is that they worked on meeting that quota. So they may have had to interview 50 people just to get to that 10, right? Because everybody that you talk to on the phone, if you do a phone interview, everybody that you interview in person or on Zoom, everybody doesn't fit, right? Your current need, or they don't even, or you may say, you know what, I don't think they will work well with my agency or with my client. And so all of these things goes into your recruitment plan, right? You need to know what you need, and you need a systematic way of how you're going to get those results. You guys following me? Okay, so the next thing that you should have at your mid-year review, this is you doing a personal audit of your own home care business, home health care business. That's a reliable pipeline. That speaks on your marketing. Um, a clear recruitment plan. That speaks on your ability to place people on these cases that that you're going to be acquiring because of your marketing. Next, and these are not necessarily in order, but this is an area I feel like a lot of people, especially that are new within their first year, struggle with, and that is having a clear, defined service area. A lot of people will say, well, I can service the whole state, depending on like what state they're licensed in. I can service the whole state. Well, technically and logistically, you can't. I'm going to say it again. Technically and logistically, you can't. Because if you're not marketing to the whole state, you at this time cannot serve the whole state. You may want to serve the whole state, but if you are not marketing to the whole state, and if you're not recruiting to the whole state, you technically should have a defined service area. Can we put defined service area in the comments? Defined service area. defined service area. Your defined service area should outline where you're marketing, where you're recruiting, and where your business is going to be growing. I'll say it again. Your defined service area should outline where you're currently marketing, where you're currently recruiting, and where your business is currently growing. I'm talking to existing home care or home health care business owners. So I want you to think about that. I want you to say, well, I don't know if I have a defined service area. If you don't, you should at this time of the year, if you are an existing home care business owner. If you're not, I understand. But if you are, these are the things that you should already have in place. Thank you so much. Okay, now here's something that we're working on in the home care business summer school, and that is our social media. But not just social media, your whole digital presence at this time of the year should be consistent, optimized, and visible. Like you should be visible online, right? You should be very visible online, because guess what? People go to your social media page faster than they will go to your website. Why? Because people don't go to websites as much anymore unless we send them there. So your digital presence is almost like your new scorecard, your new way you get validated. Because if you have a potential client and the decision maker is a niece, a goddaughter, a daughter, or a son that youthful, which most of the time they are, guess what? They're going to go check your social media page. Will they go check your website? Absolutely. But they're going to check your social media page. This is the age that we're in. And they're going to check those out. So this is what you should have built by now. Now, if I were to do a poll from those, what was it 4 things? Pipeline, caregiver, 4 things. For those of you who are in business, how many of those 4 things do you currently have? If you only have 1, give me number 1. If you have 2 out of 4, give me the number 2. If you have 3 out of 4, give me a number 3. If you have 4 out of 4, give me a number 4. All right. Okay, Ashley. Now, where are you located again, Ashley? Now, if you have 1 out of 4, or if you have 2 out of 4, or if you have 3 out of 4, and you hear the scorecard, right? Then all you need to do now is fix the ones that you don't have. You got to fix the ones you don't have. So boss say if you have 2 out of 4, you need to fix 2 areas in your business. Actually, you got to fix 2 3 areas in your business. Anika, you need to fix 2 areas in your business. So this is a time for you to fix the things that could be making you stagnant. So you could be stagnant if you're in a 1 or 2 because you don't have you don't have all 4 items addressed in your business. You don't have all 4 items addressed in your business. You could there were times in my business that the summer was a time for me to catch up, right? Because we were so busy. We were being so prosperous in the fall and the winter and the spring. I was like, oh my gosh, we need to take a break. I'm going to slow down from marketing because we need to catch up, right? We need to catch up. And then maybe we would work on perfecting some of our systems. So when you get to that point, then you're in the arena of looking to scale your business, but not yet. I'm sorry, I just joined. What things should we have? All right, so I'm going to repeat that real quick. Number 1, you should have a reliable referral pipeline. Number 2, you should have a clear recruitment plan. Number 3, you should have a defined service area. And number 4, you should have a visible digital marketing presence. Yes. All right. She is on my arm. I'm not gonna take her upstairs, so I know. Here, lay right here. She's on my arm and making my arm sleepy. You're making my arm fall asleep. Here, I'm gonna take you upstairs a second. Or do you want to go up there by yourself? You want to go up there by yourself? Or you want to lay right here? Here. Okay. And then I take you upstairs. Okay, we will. Relax. I'm almost done. Okay. Okay, but you were snoring a little bit. Were you falling asleep? Hmm? You sleep when I woke up. I have a bad day. Oh, I want you to have a good day, okay? Okay. I'm almost done because I know the light is bright in here. Okay? All right. But I'll help you since you see you had a bad dream. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. God is great. You have 3 out of 4. Okay, great. Okay. All right, so now this is your time to do a short audit of yourself and to now figure out, maybe I should ask some questions. What, anyone mind sharing what they don't have currently in their business out of those 4? Anybody mind sharing? Because I might, most likely because my daughter Meadow is here, I won't be able to get through the other areas, but I can come back on. Anybody mind sharing what areas that they are challenged in or don't have? reliable referral pipeline. But we're going to help you with that, Anika, because you're in the summer program. And just to address that, if somebody else feels like they don't have a reliable referral pipeline, most people don't have a reliable referral pipeline because they don't even have a marketing plan. If you don't have a marketing plan, you would not have a reliable referral pipeline because you're doing marketing like this. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I will go over here today, right? And so you don't have a marketing plan to help you with building up a pipeline. No, it's not. We actually had someone join, I want to say yesterday. We had someone join yesterday. We meet on Thursday evenings. If you want to join, click the link in my bio. So I'm not a plumber, right? So let me, and I'm not able to do a diagram, but let me give you an example of a pipeline. So let's say a pipeline, maybe I use it. Okay. This paper, since I don't have a I put this in the wrong place. That's what I'd rather. I wish I had my other thing. So for a visual, a pipeline would look a little bit like this. I put agency up here when initially I wanted to put referral source, right? And so then the referral source, this could be a Medicaid client, this could be a private pay client, this could be some kind of supplemental insurance client, and they flow to the agency. I'll show you on sorry for my little diagram. It's a little messed up since I don't have my whiteboard. I can't talk on my whiteboard, right? So that referral source is somebody that likes you, that trusts you, that you build up a relationship with, and they're going to refer the right kind of clients to you, and they're going to flow to your agency, right? Again, this is both a person and or organization, your referral source. And most of the time, someone doesn't have a system like this is because that comes from having a marketing plan. In a marketing plan, you would have a strategy on how to reach out to them and how you will build a relationship with them so they can begin to refer clients to you on a regular basis. I'll give an example. Recently, this past Friday, one of my mentees in the state of Virginia, she has a home health agency, meaning she's skilled, right? She's a nurse. Her business partner is a respiratory therapist, right? They got licensed in like November, but because of some admin stuff that they changed with their business, they technically didn't receive their license until January, right? With that being said, she called me on Friday and she said, Sean, I wanted to tell you that we're up to 27 clients right now. She said, you're up to 27 clients. I said, oh, wow, that is so great. So if you think about it, if they started in January, 6 months, 27 clients in 6 months, right? And I said, oh, okay, so what happened? What was your breakthrough? She said, well, we did the lunch and learns, how you showed us. I have a training on how to do lunch and learns and how to develop your signature lunch and learn, guys. I have a training for that. We did that. And she said, oh, and we started getting, we did the lunch and learns, and since then we've been getting a lot of referrals from the hospital. Ding, 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 ding. So in this example, the referral source will be a hospital, one hospital, because it could be 2 or 3 in your area. And from that one hospital, boom, 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 27 clients. So that's why I say you need a reliable referral source, referral pipeline, so that you can systematically start getting your referrals, your leads that turn into clients. If you don't have that, it's because you don't have a systematic way of, number one, you haven't identified who that is, and then you don't have a systematic way of how to market to them. The opportunity is there to build a relationship with the organizations that I have reached out. I have to pay for the services, and I'm doing that now. What do you mean you have to pay for the services? Sharon says, I don't have a marketing plan and no referral pipeline. Okay, you can get that. Sharon, are you currently licensed? The marketing plans that I have tried has not worked like I thought it was going to. Oh, okay, I'm reading. Okay. Why hasn't it worked like you thought it was going to? How did you develop those marketing plans? Lastly, I'm going to address that. Like I said, I'm going to have to jump off a little bit earlier than I planned. Let me give you guys an example of marketing. This is like the example I use a lot. Okay, so let's say recently we just had, over 6 months ago, we had an election, right? That's why we have a new president, right? Prior to the election, there was a presidential campaign, right? Every home health care agency should constantly be running a campaign, right, guys? A campaign. Within the campaign, you have a plan, right? So using the example of the presidential campaign, right? In the presidential campaign, the Democrat says, I'm going to go to all the blue states. The Republican says, I'm going to go to all the red states. The Democrat may say, I'm going to knock on doors. The Republican says, I'm going to go to town hall meetings, or I'm going to meet with unions, right? Campaign, plan. The plan was, I'm going to knock on doors. Well, where are you going to knock on doors at? In the blue states. That's a part of the plan. So if you don't have a marketing plan, I understand it. It has to be layered. It has to be detailed, and it has to reflect the goal of what you're trying to achieve. And if you don't do all of the steps within the marketing plan, then you're not going to get the results that you anticipate. Does that make any sense to anybody? I am licensed and accredited, struggling with clients, and I can accept Medicaid. Congratulations. Where are you located? I think this goes back to what a lot of people may be struggling with, and that was number one, having a reliable referral source. New Jersey, okay, that makes sense why you're accredited. How long have you been licensed? Well, best thing I can tell you guys is that, you know, if you still a 1 year, okay. If you want to join, Anika, are you still on here on YouTube? If you want to still join the home care business school, then the link is still available. If you need assistance, okay, Anika is on YouTube and she's in the home care business school. And Anika's, you know, she's an existing business owner. And, you know, she has over 20 clients. What would you say, Anika, to those who are joining in what you've learned so far in the home care business school that's helped change your ability to make sales, market your business? What have you learned so far? The link is in my bio. Link is in my bio. And we have live classes on Zoom on structured marketing. Structured marketing. Thank you so much. That's a great quick see. Anika said structured marketing, right? And if I can add before Anika joined, Anika got on a call with me. Guys, I have 3 calls on Thursday, and I feel like Anika was a little bit skeptical. You know, she's tried a lot. She's in an area where it's a lot of other, you know, home care business owners, right? That may be bigger than her, more established than her. But the difference between, like she said, structured marketing and what she's doing before will be the difference between how she is going to get the results by the end of this summer. And not only is she going to see movement this summer, you're setting yourself up for the fall. And if you got, for those of you who are existing home care business owners, fall is our prime time, right? So we're doing the work now, just like I'm telling you guys, do this evaluation on your business now, right? So that you don't miss any opportunities in the fall, right? Do the work now. Make the changes now. And for those of you who are able to get out now. Some of your competition, a lot of your competition is chilling. Remember I said several times in the summer, I didn't even go out to do marketing because the company was doing really well. I was like, whew, I need a break. Oh, we've been running it all fall. We've been running it all winter. We've been running it all spring. Whew, I need a break. And I gave myself a break. I gave my staff a break. We worked on compliance things. We worked on some operational system things. And guess what? While I was breaking, or while a larger, more established home care agency is breaking, you who may be stagnant, or you who you know, maybe just got started, can swoop in and get some get some leverage over your competition who's not even going out as frequent. So that's what I suggest you do. I'm going to leave this video up. So I'm going to put my sweetness to see. Thank you guys for letting me be a mompreneur. Right, mom. Good night. Meadow, thank you for having me finish my line. Okay. But ultimately, I want you guys to be successful. Remember, there's enough money out here for all of us to be able to do extremely well in our home care or home health care businesses. Remember that. Whenever you feel like the market is saturated, whenever you feel like it's too many agencies out here, remember that everybody is not getting sued. Everybody is not getting sued. There's new people entering the marketplace every month. And it's new people that have not even gotten the service that they need. It might as well be you. It might as well be you that they work with. But guess what? If you're not marketing consistently, if you don't have online visibility, how will they find you? If you're not ready for those leads by having a reliable or having a clear recruitment strategy, then referral can come and you'll have to pass it by because you're not ready yet. So take this time to get ready. Take this time to fix some areas in your business. And I'll see you guys definitely next Monday, but I believe I'll be getting on here live again. I just haven't finalized my schedule yet. But now that my home care Kickstarter program has ended for the spring/summer, I should be able to get on here every Monday. And I'll make it a formal announcement so you guys can know. Have a good night. Bye.